Coming up on this episode of The Village Idiom.
Don't you think it's kind of a fine line between kiss makeup and a mime?
You see, so if Kiss came out there and started doing like the pull the door to the side kind of thing, or
invisible rope.
Dum dum da da, Village Idiom.
Hello and welcome to the Village Idiom.
We are a podcast that every single week we choose a popular saying to take an admittedly shallow, hopefully comedic, once in a while interesting, if we're lucky, educational dive into its meaning, its origins, but mostly we're going to use it to hang our otherwise directionless conversation on. Beside me is the one and only Skinny.
Hello, I am Skinny. And you must be Jurassic Mark.
And
I'm just
I'm
seeing
Jurassic.
myself in the camera. I should do up this top button to prevent the people from stumbling, as they say.
To prevent the extra click-throughs.
Yeah. This is a PG program here.
Wait, I'm still...
Or it's a G program. What are we saying? So it's fantastic. We're just sitting post-Remembrance Day. Did you have a good one?
For those who listen to this at twice the speed,
Yeah.
that intro sounded normal.
Oh, like...
Welcome
Okay, well,
to the Village Idiom.
We can try this for just a few seconds.
I think everyone will enjoy it.
And now we can get in for someone like a speed talking Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only
those little-
podcast you can't listen to at twice the
You
speed.
have to slow that sucker down. Well, yeah, so did you get into some Remembrance Day fun? Some shenanigans?
Classic Remembrance Day shenanigans. I always want to wear the poppy,
Yeah.
and it's just like that never-ending game of what jacket did I leave it on?
So it's funny that you say that you want to. I recently, speaking with a friend who's like, I'm not a poppy wearer. And I thought, it's like, why isn't he wearing the poppy? It reminded me of that Seinfeld episode where Kramer wouldn't put on the little, like... the
ribbon?
The ribbon?
Yeah.
He's the guy, he won't put on the ribbon. I'm like, why won't you wear the poppy? And so it's funny, I immediately went to, well, it's like...
It's better in appropriation.
The florists.
Promotes opium usage.
The classics, you know.
Yeah.
That you got to support, people died so that we could have freedom. He's like, and so he said, there's freedom in a lot of countries that didn't go to war or even lost the war. The Japanese have freedom. They got nuked. And I was like, huh.
So what's the point, though? What does that have to do with not wearing it?
Wearing it is like, it's like, supporting our veterans and the freedom that they gave us because of their sacrifices for the war.
Yeah.
And then his point of view was that, well, sacrifices were made, but they didn't win a war, but they still have freedom. I was like...
But still, what makes that anti-supporting veterans...
this person's a pacifist. Like, all war is bad war.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have no military at all. See how you do.
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm on the butt end of this conversation, and I'm supportive. I wear the poppy. Well, I don't have mine. We just had...
It's
Remembrance
passe
Day,
to wear it after.
Yeah, which is why I don't have it on. But I have been wearing a poppy. I'm a poppy wearer. I
You're a
support
poppy
the
wearer?
poppy. I'm a poppy. Hello, poppy. I support the poppy. I'm a poppy.
Puppy supporter.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I have, and I know you do too. If you've been a Canadian, I'm going to say student, but I guess a Canadian at all for long enough, you know that the poppy, the little felt poppy that everybody wears around November, leading up to Remembrance Day, has evolved over the years, and so when we were kids and you got your free poppy in school, or you put your coins outside of Safeway to get your poppy, you used to have a green center, which of course a real poppy does not. And I used to know the whole history of this. There was literally they bought too much green felt.
Okay.
Kind of thing. And so
we got to use this up.
For like however many years and years and years.
The government use up this green felt that we have.
Exactly.
Right.
So now it's back to a black center, and most people don't remember the green. But I have, and you have, a green-centered poppy.
I have a supply of green-centered poppies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so people are like, where'd you get that? Why is yours green? They don't even remember I saw.
Suckers.
I was at church on Sunday, and I saw a couple of people with the green senders. I'm like, oh,
Did you get that from Vince?
You're one of us. Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I still keep a few around. I don't know. I think it's good. Like the supporting of the poppy. I don't know who is a fan of war, but sometimes atrocious things occur, and I don't know. You feel like you got to defend that.
Yeah.
But we don't get political. But it's just really interesting. People's different opinions on. I'm not wearing the ribbon.
Right.
You can't make me wear the ribbon. I'm not wearing it.
Well, and in this day and age, you don't know. Like, there's going to be these pictures of ribbon wearers or poppy wearers in 25 years. Are like, look, the entire culture was brainwashed wearing poppies.
So insensitive.
My grandpa. I have a picture of my grandpa
I've seen
wearing.
pictures of you wearing the poppy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Canceled poppy wearers.
You don't care about anybody. You're a loser.
They have poppy wearing traditions in other countries as well, though.
Isn't it just a Commonwealth kind of thing? Like Flanders Field, the poppies grow?
Yeah, maybe it is just Commonwealth, but it's not just Canada.
No, like Australia, India.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I feel like there's an American version of it. Oh, did you hear that? Rattling?
I don't know that the Americans have a poppy.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But they have Veterans Day on the same day we have Remembrance Day.
Mm-hmm. That's how I remember that it's Veterans Day.
How do you remember when it's Remembrance Day?
It's Remembrance Day. So don't forget Veterans Day.
That's good.
Yeah. It's complex.
There could probably be a better name for Remembrance Day. Because every sort of anniversary type thing where we honor fill in the blank is a Remembrance Day. But this one's called Remembrance Day.
So you're asking people to remember what they're remembering.
Right. So it should be like Veterans Day makes more sense.
Did you forget Memory Day?
Exactly.
Memory Day. So insensitive. Wear a poppy. Okay. How does that make sense?
You know what's amazing about some of the traditions, some of the like publicized gatherings on Remembrance Day is these old-timey guys who lived through it. And
they're few and far between now.
I was just going to say, we are a long way from a world war, as in historically, it is now quite some time has passed. So,
but Veterans Day will keep going.
Yeah, no, I know, but like that's why they're so old. But they're still here. It was
like they served in like Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Or...
But it's typically the old timer guys that are at these ceremonies who are like still hanging on. They're still among the living.
Yes, those are the guys who made it.
They're still in the land of the living. I wasn't ready, but
which is a fantastic segue,
right? I don't know
to today's idiom.
Not even planned, but today's idiom is
Land of the Living, probably.
From John Cleese. Speaking of the Commonwealth,
Land
of the Living, probably.
Land of the Living.
The land of the living. That's the idiom du jour. So I wore this T-shirt today. Because
that is the classic four-face picture of Kiss.
How many names do you know?
You got Paul, Ringo, John. So Paul Stanley and of course Gene Simmons.
We got Richard Simmons.
Kiss is fabulous.
Richard Simmons, Ace Ventura,
Ace Frehley. Remember that like Rusty Bed
book titles?
Rusty Bed Springs kind of IP Frehley?
Yeah. Oh, see, I heard that Yellow River by IP Frehley.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. No, I'm wearing my Kiss shirt because just prior to Remembrance Day, we had the privilege, speaking of being surprised who is still in the land of the living.
They're still with us.
They're still with us. And it was
and rocking it hard.
Yeah, and I was invited to go to Kiss. I wasn't a fan of Kiss in the 80s in their heyday, but couldn't resist the invitation to go see them now. This is their last tour.
No. Yeah, allegedly there's been previous last tours. And so I don't know if the bills just keep ramping up.
I think the age would dictate that this is probably the last.
Yeah, we're talking some broken hips and stuff at this point.
Yeah, when they come wheeling out.
Half robotic. And there he is now. Robotic tongue.
Unrolls like a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Yep. So fantastic.
Ear piercing.
Yeah, maybe I didn't notice it so bad. Maybe my own hearing is going, and so it's appropriate to my acoustic level.
But it was, of course, what they're known for. Forget their music for a second. The show. It was a show.
Gotta have the big show.
It was a show.
It's pretty
Platform shoes and makeup and
tongues everywhere.
pyro and
Kiss.
a
Classic.
the crowd was also aging.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and that's why they have to turn up the volume.
Maybe that's everybody's like, turn it down. We're fine.
The old people are like, woo! And the wafting smell of the Mary Jane.
Yeah, it's different now. It's more of a vapey. Like I think we ingested more than we even know.
He's still coming
Just
down.
can't smell it.
Apparently, well, that's to be getting old. It's
Anyway,
like you just
I
start losing all your senses.
Wore my concert shirt because they're a good example of still Land of the Living. Which, of course, as an idiom, how do you use this phrase, or do you? As an idiom,
well,
because when I did a little, we'll get into origins in a minute, but when I did a little research, it
people
was like
maybe people who you think have passed on, but no, they're still in the land of the living.
Yeah, see, prior to investigating, I've only ever heard it to refer to you're awake now. Like your kid sleeps in till noon and they come out and you're like, oh, welcome to the land of the living.
Oh, I see.
And so I've only ever heard it used referring to you slept too long. But it's more commonly
like
used.
Someone like Mozart.
Yeah.
Who is not in the land of the living. In fact, he's not composing anymore. He's decomposing.
He's no longer in the land of the living.
Yeah,
He's decomposing.
He's taken it to the next level.
That's great. Yeah, so
someone who's with us and then no longer.
So not that we should be surprised they're still among the living, but these band members are in their 70s. Some.
Yeah, it seems to me that like you get until your 70s and then you need a tune-up, like a body tune-up.
Sure.
Like things start falling apart.
Start wearing even more makeup.
Yeah, or you need to like spackle to hold your face together. Yeah, it's just the way of life.
Don't you think it's kind of a fine line between kiss makeup and a mime?
You see, so if Kiss came out there and started doing like the pull the door to the side kind of thing, or
invisible
holding a
rope,
that would be amazing. Or if they did it,
I should have dressed up as a mime, just done whiteface only and a striped shirt, maybe a beret.
Isn't this a mime convention?
And just no screaming, no singing along, just hand movements and air guitar. I guess air guitar is just mime.
He said unspeakable things. That mime. Having that is like a Kiss in progress kind of joke. There's got to be something in there as they're going through the transformation.
Like
flips like Marcel Marceau, like before he goes into Kiss.
How they got their beginning was just street
or
mime.
Starting it off with a mime and then morphing it into Kiss, like a group of mimes.
That's funny.
Yeah, that would be great. There's got to be a little nugget there somewhere.
This is like a behind the scenes VH1 classic special. Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley got their start on the streets of Paris doing mime.
Doing the shrinking box. Yeah, this throwback to movies. They had one movie, I believe.
I didn't even know they had a movie.
Yes.
Oh wait, it was Kiss versus the Phantom or something?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, so they had one movie. So this line is a good movie line. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Great movie line. Terrible pickup line.
Isn't Dead or Alive, you're coming with me from like Terminator or something? Oh no, it's If You Want to Live.
Come with me if you want to live.
Dead or Alive, you're coming with me. That's from that?
No, but it's that. That's
not from Kiss versus the Phantom?
I haven't seen it in a while, so my
why'd you say this quote?
My mind's kind of foggy on the movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I remember seeing it like younger.
Are they in their makeup
as a young person? Yes, off and on. So sometimes yes, but they perform like in the show, like they're doing the show, and then it's like crime solving.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this?
Or I'm just conflating a few movies in my brain.
Judge Dredd
which is fine. You're the disease. I'm the cure. Whatever.
Another classic line from Kiss versus the Phantom is,
Christine.
"You had me at hello."
I am the angel of music. It's Kiss versus the Phantom of the Opera.
That you should save that for your riddle link.
Sorry, that's a free one, kids.
Oh man! Speaking of riddle link, I'll throw this out here now. For the first time in the Village Idiom history, my mom chimed in with the answer to one of them.
Oh wow!
And she got out of Handy Warhol.
Oh, very nice.
Shout out, Bev.
Shout out, fantastic.
I didn't even know she listened.
Yeah, my mom's an avid listener as well.
Yeah, she sent in an answer. I'm like, "Oh, that's great. You listen." She goes, "I listen all the time. I've just never gotten this before." She goes, "I usually don't know what you're talking about."
Took her like 4 years to warm up, but she's got it figured out now.
Yeah,
the pattern.
Andy Warhol. Out of Handy Warhol.
Sometimes our references have like the young people are just not going to get them,
or vice versa.
Sure. Yeah,
like because we're so hip and current.
Sometimes we get that cool hat on.
Yeah, no, or maybe we're right in the middle because my mom says she usually doesn't get them.
Speaking of in the middle, this whole Land of the Living got me thinking of this middle phase of thing that some people believe in, this purgatory.
Yep, limbo.
Yeah, so Land of the Living, they're not Land of the Dead, Land of the Living.
No. Land of the Undead.
Well, there's this.
Isn't that what purgatory
this
is?
Phase of things where I think I'm pretty sure it's not on my particular faith radar. it's dead, but this limbo where you haven't gone to a heavenly place yet.
You can still be prayed for.
It's kind of like this holding tank.
You can still be saved.
Yes. Yeah, you can be prayed for, bought out of.
Yeah. So is that still Land of the Living then? I guess.
I don't know.
I guess there's no land.
It's
the clouds of the living.
Wherever that's magical space is.
Purgatory. Yeah. A purgatory? Yeah. I thought you had more to say about that.
No. So think about this. Okay. So with purgatory, there's not a phrase for purgatory. So there is what kind of transport to hell?
What kind of?
Yes. What kind of like
if I was going to be taken to hell, how would they get me there?
Yes. On what? We all know it's a highway. It's a highway to hell. Okay.
Okay, but what are you?
How do you get to heaven?
A highway to heaven. Michael Landon.
Well, some would say
it's the same highway.
No, it's
two different
not.
directions.
No, it's not. It's a stairway to heaven.
Oh.
And which actually left me like, there's not a way to purgatory. Like there's a highway to hell. There's a stairway to heaven.
I'm imagining an escalator.
Is it okay? An escalator to purgatory doesn't really roll off the tongue.
I don't know. I think that's like.
I feel like there's something there.
Classic rock. Escalator to purgatory. I think there's something there.
The lift. What other modes of transport?
To a mystical place.
It's I don't know, like a dirt road to purgatory. It's a
piggyback ride.
Piggyback ride to purgatory. Now that's the song. Piggyback ride to purgatory. Because
right?
It means that, you're going as well. And so if you're going, you're just hitching a ride.
You're hitching a ride.
Piggyback ride to purgatory.
That's got to be it.
That's a beautiful song. That's the title of a song if I ever heard one.
That's funny. How do you get to hell? Highway.
It's a highway to hell.
See, I thought
Stairway to heaven.
I thought you were talking about vehicles.
Piggyback ride to purgatory.
Like, imagine what type of if it is a highway to hell, what type of vehicle would you be in?
I wouldn't want to go quickly, so I would take like a scooter or something.
Just this. Maybe that's purgatory.
No,
it's just how long the highway is.
I know what it is. To hell, it's rollerblades for sure.
Oh,
yes.
That would be hell.
You're rollerblading on a highway,
and that is the hell.
That is
you think
hell.
There's a destination, but there isn't.
That is the actual hell.
That's the actual.
Yeah, you just got to keep going. It's just this never-ending highway.
Is it getting hotter?
Right. Yes. And it's just like that little bit every time.
Yeah.
But it's just. Are we there yet? No.
Yeah,
You're on the highway to hell.
Keep rollerblading.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
No place to get a drink. Walls on the sides, and semi-trailers still going.
Right.
Yeah. That would make it
while wearing an 80s Walkman with the foamy earpieces,
right.
Listening to a cassette tape of on repeat.
Karen Carpenter.
When I think of hell, think of Karen Carpenter?
I don't know.
And how do you avoid hell? Belief in another carpenter.
That's beautiful.
Anyway.
So there's that, and then but the Stairway to Heaven.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking Highway to Heaven because of the TV show.
Michael Landon.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that other one too? With what's her name? Roma something.
Yeah, something angel, something. I dreamed of an angel.
Happy Angel.
Angel.
Hell's Angel.
Hell's Angel.
No, that's not it.
Isn't the word angel in there?
Sounds very familiar. Angels in the outfield.
What's her name?
I don't know. It's gonna bother me.
Roma Downey?
Junior?
Roma Downey Jr.? Roma Downey. Downey. She
Touched by an Angel.
Oh man, you beat me.
Yeah.
Touched by an Angel.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we do it?
So stupid.
What's today about it again? I can't remember.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's listen.
Okay.
I said some words, where'd they go? Where'd they go? No one can know. I turned around and looked behind. Those words came from another mind. Origin.
Speaking of being in the land of the living, can you tell
Okay,
Can you,
I've got a new one.
Oh.
It's that guy's the talk show, British talk show.
I can finish my thought later.
Who does the James Corden
Yeah.
Carpool Purgatory?
There you go.
James Corden doing Carpool Purgatory. Anyways,
All Karen Carpenter still.
that was super important.
I was going to say, speaking of land of
to
living,
interrupt
do
your flow.
you feel like my voice is lower today? Like I've been
I was kind of into it.
barely
Actually. So I wasn't going to bring it
a
up.
little. Hey girl.
It's Moto.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been barely in the land of the living for about a week now, fighting this stupid cold. I did do a test. There's no corona,
Bonus.
no COVID.
Thanks for sharing that now.
Co-video killed the co-radio star. So let me give you a little game. See if you can guess where the origins of this idiom, land of the living, even comes from. I'm going to give you 3 one-word options of where it comes from. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. 1, Zorro.
Okay, I like it.
2, Eminem.
Too soon?
3, Job.
Ooh, you got me with Bible there.
4, none of the above.
I have to go. I like Bible.
Your Bible? Going with Job?
Yeah, because it's old enough, thousands of years. So I'm going to go with age on this one.
Well, here's the deal. When I went researching into I had to go. The number of libraries I had to visit for this idiom was overwhelming to find anything. And this is what it all dwindled down to. Mm-hmm. It's a very simple explanation of where this came from. And here it is. Job 28:13.
It is?
That's it. That's the whole thing. Here's the King James version. I went with the oldest, well, not about the oldest, but an old English translation for the sake of how old this has been around, how long this has been around. In Job 28:13, it says, "Man knoweth not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living." It is also in Psalms. There's other verses that use land and living, but not land of the living. But in Psalms 52:5, it also says, "God shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place and root thee out of the land of the living to purgatory." Mm-hmm. That part I added. So yeah, but Job 28:13 is given all credit for this idiom of land of the living. It's used to talk about just being up and at 'em. You're not dead. You're not sleeping. You're up and at 'em. Comes from Job, and that's it. There is no other uniquely interesting things to tell you about this idiom. But it is agreed upon. It's not like it possibly comes from Job. It's everyone's like, oh, it comes from Job.
Well, if something has like Bible, you know that like Shakespeare drew from.
Sure.
Like, so you just got to keep rolling back the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you start, it's like, oh, it's from the Iliad.
Right.
Or something like some crazy old, but I think Job's one of the oldest books in the Bible as well.
Just for fun, I did find this Reddit conversation of people.
That sounds truthful.
Trying to. Oh, look at this.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have no conversation.
Well, we've been shadow banned by
Reddit. It kicked us off. But it was interesting because it's probably 4 or 5 video gamers discussing where did Land of the Living come from. None of them bothering to just Google it. They're like, my dad always said it when I woke up from a nap or something, but I hear it in Anthony Hopkins' voice. Next guy, yeah, totally. I think it's Anthony Hopkins or somebody like that. Next guy, here's an Eminem song, but that seems too new. Next guy, it's from this scene on this video game, blah, blah, blah. Next guy, and it's all just like the most ridiculous, like, it's just out there everywhere.
Right.
And they're all using those sources to say, it came from.
This is where it's from.
Yeah, and then it just ends the last comment.
Red Dawn Redemption.
No, the last comment it just encapsulates it. 100% Iron Man 3.
Just the confidence.
Yeah. It's just like it's so
100%
great.
Guys.
100%.
Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3.
100. Yeah, it's a when idioms make popular vernacular, it's
everywhere. Yeah, it's just becomes a trope in
but you only know
culture.
your own frame of reference. So of course it's from Iron Man 3.
Right.
Of course Marvel came up with it.
Here it is. Are you ready?
Sure.
This is Welcome Back to the Land of the Living in Iron Man 3.
Let's see if we can get a
Welcome back to the Land of the Living.
Oh, I cut it off, but there you go. That's it. That's the origin story. 2013, Iron Man 3.
Makes sense, guys. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, we're now that we know where that came from, we can all rest better.
Job, not Roma Downey or Robert Downey Jr. It's Job.
Oh, that's the Iron Man tie-in. Brought about full circle. Well, legitimate children, we're time for a game. So around the water cooler, you can just have a brief conversation with the folks today. Hey, you know that phrase? That's from Job.
Yeah. You know the other one,
Okay,
rollerblading to purgatory? No, escalator. Oh, what was it?
Carpool purgatory.
Piggyback. You know
Piggyback is my favorite one.
Yeah, piggyback to purgatory.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, let's get into it then. Riddling is a game we like to play. It takes a 2-part trivia-based question, requires a 2-part overlapping answer. So, for example, my mom did come up with out of Handy Warhol. It's not out of hand. It's not Andy Warhol. It was out of Handy Warhol.
Thank you,
and that's
Beth,
how you play. Last week, we left everybody with our idiom was jump the gun. And we left everyone with this clumsily worded one because I didn't have anything written down. In track and field, when you start too early, you wear these 80s superhero-themed garments beneath your clothes.
No idea.
In track and field, when you start too early, you wear these 80s superhero-themed garments beneath your clothes. You don't got any of it?
None.
Jump the gun was the idiom. You don't remember 80s superhero-themed...
Gundaroos?
That's it.
Really?
Jump the Gundaroos.
And you came up with that on the spot?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Oh, okay, thanks. I felt it quite clumsy at
Gunderwear.
the time. Gunderwear.
Yeah. Gunder from down underwear. I don't know.
Anyway, that's how you play Riddling.
Perfect. Well, I've got a couple prepared.
I got a couple.
Let's just jump right into it. Firmament for the Firmament for the alive is halfway there to Bon Jovi. Firmament for the alive is halfway there.
Oh, okay, I got it.
To Bon Jovi.
That's got to be Land of the Living on a Prayer.
Yes.
Nice. That's a good one. I was like, I don't know Bon Jovi songs. You're going to totally stump me, but that's the one.
The
one
song,
I know.
The one you know, of course.
Pour Some Sugar on Me didn't work, so. Wait, is that them?
No.
It's not, is it?
No.
Oh, shoot.
No, that's Def Leppard, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. All right, here's mine. It is said you're going here when you return to your birthplace and finally wake up from slumber. It's said that you're going here when you return to your birthplace and finally wake up from slumber. How about this? It's said you're going here when you return to your maternal birthplace.
Homeland of the Living?
Maternal.
Farmland?
It's not momland.
Oh, motherland of the living.
That's it.
It's very Russian of you.
Thank you.
Okay, I've got another one. Illegitimate children, chime in quick. Cowboy heel attachment will land you between heaven and hell.
Nice. Just the one letter.
Cowboy heel attachment will land you between heaven and hell.
That would be the jingle jangle of a spurgatory.
Yes.
Very nice. That's a good one. All right, well, I got one more. Tell everybody how they can play along.
Village Children. We would love to hear from you on Instagram at the Village Idiom.
Nice.
The .village.idiom. Excuse me. Yeah, sure you don't have the corona.
Or the X.
Or you can reach out to us on Instagram.
Oh, that's it?
No, that's the only way you can reach out to
Okay.
us. You
Well,
can
here it
email
is.
us the villageidiompodcast at gmail.com, or whether it's the YouTubes, the X at 3 Minutes Gone.
All right, here it is. Where you dwell not dead, but get episode 237 scared out of you. Where you dwell not dead, but get episode 237 scared out of you.
And that is 3 Minutes Gone.
You could probably get that without looking up episode 237, hey?
No.
Okay,
No.
fine.
I'm mentally hung up on Bon Jovi. Truthfully.
Who isn't? Who isn't mentally hung up on Bon Jovi? Bon Jovi. That'd be a good
It's more appropriate.
good parody band.
Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi.
Everyone's just half noodled out of their gourd. Anyway, well, it's fun putting today's episode together. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Skinny.
I'm stalling.
And for those on 2 times speed, I'm still Skinny.
And I'm Jurassic Mark.
And these are the Village Idioms.
I don't know why that was so quiet, but
Perfect.
I feel it.
And that's 3 minutes gone.